And kind of just put as much pressure on as you want to. So you can roll, but I want you to more like really take a point and kind of push in there. So then take the ball to the inside of your foot, and I'm going to turn this up so that you can see the ball poking out a little bit. Okay, Harlow was supposed to stay home and get babysat, but the no program is already not working. All right, so and let the ball come out on the inside of your foot. Nice. And then take the ball to the out so that it pokes out the outside of your foot. Nice. Good job. And then bring the ball to the heel of your foot. Put some pressure there. Nice. And don't forget to use your core and stuff so you don't fall over. Nice. And then bring the ball to your toe mounds. And just like we did in the center of your foot, start with the center of the front of your toe mounds and then work the ball towards your big toe and then towards your little toe. And just put as much pressure on there as feels good for you. And then kind of claw the ball with your toes so that your toes spread, so that you create space. Yeah, you can hold a wall, you can just use your core, lift your heart. Nice. Good. And then just release and notice the difference between your right leg and your left leg. So I just want you to relax, I want you to enjoy it, and I want you to feel that this is actually making a difference. And then come to your left foot. And maybe notice which thing really feels good for you. So put some weight in there. Put some pressure in there, like you're pushing the gas pedal. Little Mario Andretti, right? Or you're squishing a spider that's about to crawl up your leg. A little bit more pressure. And then let the ball come to the inside of your foot. Your left foot. Nice. And let it come to the outside of your left foot. And you know, this is some reflexology. So our feet and our hands have direct correlation to different parts of our body. So even if you just do your feet and hands, that's not bad. And then go into your heels. Nice. And then bring the ball about just to your toe mounds where that meaty part, the ball of your foot, right before your toes connect. And just take the ball right and left. Nice. And then let the ball sneak out the inside of your left foot, and then sneak out the left side of your left foot. Good. And then take the ball and let your toes kind of form around the ball, creating space. Nice. And then notice if your left and right leg feel about even. Let's take your hands on your hips, lift your heart, and then do a nice forward fold and just feel a nice release in the back of your hamstrings. Maybe grab your elbows, turn to the right. Come back to center, turn to the left. Come back to center, sweep your arms up. Nice. Bring your hands to your heart. Good. And then we're going to make our way down to the floor. So let's just come to a squat to release our low back, if anyone's having tension there. And a lot of this work is extra important right now just because we're seated so much, we're at home. This is just some extra love for our bodies. Good. And then we're going to start, and we're going to put the ball underneath our right calf. So if you have a foam roller, you're going to roll a little bit more than if you have a ball. But even with the ball, you can kind of lift your hips and roll back and forth. And if that hurts your wrists at all, then you can just find different spots and move your ball onto different parts of your leg. Nice. So take the ball to the inside of your calf and the outside of your calf. And there's not like a special scientific way, but this is just, it just feels pretty good. Nice. And then get the lower part of your calf closer to your Achilles. Maybe turn your foot in, turn your foot out, see what feels good. Nice. And then let's take the ball or the roller underneath your thigh. Now this is where it'll be a big difference if you have a roller or a ball. So if you have a ball, we're going to start just above your knee. Then you're just going to be able to kind of press into your leg. You can use your other hand and press. And if you have a roller, then you can do that rolling. But this is that bigger part of the muscle. So I just have the tennis ball, and I'm going to just press my right leg into the ball and turn my leg in and out. See what you prefer if you have both options. Nice. And then move the ball farther up your leg. Nice. So now I'm using a roller because this is just a bigger muscle. But again, if you just have the ball, then just turn your leg in and out and use pressure points. So whatever you have, use that. Turn your left foot in. Turn your right foot. Thank God you guys love me with my dyslexia and all my issues. Nice. And then exhale, release. Good. And then let's go to our left calf. So I'm going to do the calf with the tennis ball again. And I'm going to just slide up and down with the ball kind of, you can start with the ball higher or lower, but the two spots you're going to get are down by your Achilles and then up by the upper part of your calf. That is pretty tight. And then turn your foot in. Nice. Turn your foot out. Good. And then get the other part of your calf. So if you already got the higher part, then go down by your Achilles. If you got your Achilles, then come up closer to your knee. And again, turn your foot in and out. And just give yourself a nice massage. And you're going to want to drink a lot of water tonight because you're moving a lot of lactate acid around. Good. Actually, I think it's lactic acid. Nice. And then from here, take the ball or the roller underneath your thigh. So it's not like an order that you have to do this. This is just the order I'm going. I'm trying to make my right leg even than my left. So either get on a point and just press into the upper part of your thigh, or roll the upper part of your thigh. And then turn your foot in. Get that inner hamstring. And then turn your foot out. Get your IT band. Nice. And then bring the ball or the roller closer to just above your knee. And roll there. And then just play around with the different spots where it feels good for you. Turn your foot out, turn your foot in. Nice. Good. And then let's notice how our legs feel. So inhale, lengthen. Good. Exhale, fold. So you're not going for your deepest fold, but just see how your legs feel. See if you can point your toes towards your face. Nice. And then inhale, come on up, and let's take the ball or the roller underneath your glute. Seriously. Okay. So I'm gonna go with the ball. And this is your piriformis. So this is really a tight area for a lot of people. So you can use the ball, you can use the roller. You want to get right there in the center of your butt. It's pretty gnarly. So just see how much pressure you want to put in there. And then let the ball go to your inner part of your glute, closer to your groin, and then outer part. I can't tell if anyone's smiling, but Emily looks the happiest. Nice. See if you have any other tricky spots here. So this area is what gets really wonky if you have like sciatica and stuff. This is usually where it's coming from. Nice. And then put the ball or the roller underneath your left glute. My dog wants the ball again. You're not getting the ball. I love you though. Good, so go to the center of your glute and just regulate how much weight you want to put on there. And then let the ball come towards your inner groin and your outer groin. Nice. See how that feels. See if there are any other spots there. And then release. Let's take the soles of our feet. Inhale. Take your hands behind you, lift your chest. Exhale, fold. Nice. And then let's move towards the front and sides of our hips and legs. So take the roller or the ball underneath your left thigh. So I'm going to go with the roller because I have one. And just put it at the top of your thigh. And roll. Nice. So those tight quads will really get some nice work in there. And the hip, so your hip flexors and your quads are kind of intertwined here. Nice. And then you can kind of do this kicking motion with your foot, so kind of kick your butt. Nice. And then you can bring the ball or the roller down just above your knee. And that's pretty tight. Woo! I think I've been working that area because that is, I'm definitely feeling that. Good, and then you can do the kicking motion. Nice. Good, and then I have mixed feelings about this, but you can also do your shin. So I'm gonna go back to the ball. I don't know if I love this, but I don't want to ignore any part of my body. I'm just gonna come on my hands and knees and roll on my shin. And you can decide if you think this is any good. It feels okay, it's just hard to do. Probably good for helping with shin splints. So let the ball come a little bit to the outside of your shin. Nice. Good. And then let's take a child's pose. So hands in front. Melt your heart and breathe. And just surrender to that there's nothing else you need to be doing right now. Just relax and roll. Nice. And then let's switch to the other side. So I'll turn around this way. And this time I'm gonna do it with the ball. on my right thigh. And so with the ball, I'm just going to find little spots. I'm not going to roll as much. So if you're rolling, roll. And if you have a ball, just find some points. Find some myofascial points. And just get that right thigh. Kind of rock from side to side. And then maybe do that kicking motion. So the kicking to me was hard to do with the roller, but I can do it with the ball. So see what feels good. Maybe roll the ball to the outer edge of your quad. Nice. Put as much pressure on there as you like. You're kind of in Sphinx pose right now, on your belly and on your elbows. Good, and then bring the ball or the foam roller just above your knee. So not on your knee, but just above your knee. You can do the kicks. You can be still. So this is feeling really tight right here. I'm going to be kind of still here. See what's good for you. You can rock from side to side. Nice. Good. And then come onto all fours again and take the ball underneath your right shin or the roller. And just get my pants are getting caught. Don't let your pants get caught in the ball. And just roll the front of your shin. And Teresa has one of those nice, like, massage sticks. That would be a good idea, too. That would be probably easier to do. And then let the ball go to sort of the right side of your shin. Good. And then again, let's take child's pose, or you can take puppy pose, whatever feels better. So puppy pose, your hands are in front, your tush is up, you melt your heart. Or child's pose, your tailbone goes towards the floor. And just take a moment and surrender and breathe. Feel the air going up into your back body. Feel the air going into your sides. Feel the air going into your front body. Nice. And then we're going to do our side body. So this kills me, and I'm not really sure why. But you're going to want to put the ball on the outside of your left, just below your hip. And then you're going to roll on your outer hip. So I kind of keep the ball up on the high side of my left leg, but if I actually go up onto my hip, that's too much. So kind of play around there. And then as you like, bring the ball closer towards your knee. You can bring your right foot in front if that helps. So because I'm on the tennis ball, I'm just gonna kind of rock my body right and left. If you're on the roller, you can roll with that side part of your body. Nice. Good job. And then take that right leg, so the opposite leg, just because we're in the right position. And I want you to put the ball or the roller just north of your knee. So just on the inside here, and roll just above your knee, getting your inner thigh. So I'm doing my right leg just because I was in that position, but if you're doing the same leg you did, it's fine. Just remember what leg you did, but this seemed like a better setup for me. So this really it helps with those ligaments that are around your knee. They're very small. Let's give some love to this area. Good, and then maybe bring the roller or the ball a little bit in your thigh, a little bit higher up your thigh, get the inner thigh. I don't think we give a lot of love to this area of the body. Nice. Good. And then make your way into Sphinx pose for a moment. Grip the mat and just pull your chest through. Engage your pelvic floor, and if it feels good to you, you can press near your hands. And if it doesn't, just stay on your elbows. This is seal pose, and on your elbows is Sphinx pose. This is a yin pose. Nice. And then let's do the other side. So we're going to do our right hip. And Emily, know that I love you because I really hate this, but I know that you like it. Hopefully you like it. So just put it on the outside of your right hip. And roll. So I guess if I don't put too much weight into my right side, it's okay. But this is pretty awful. To me, this is not my favorite one. And maybe that just means I'm really tight in here and I need to be doing this. And then work the ball or the roller down close to your knee. And again, this isn't an area we probably get to a lot. Nice. Take one more round of breath there. And then take your left knee in front, or whatever one you didn't do, and put the roller or the ball on right just above your knee on your inner thigh, and roll that thigh. And for all my knee people, I'm hoping this is helping your knees. Nice. And if you don't have a roller and the tennis ball is too small for you, you could probably always use like a metal water bottle. And then bring the, with maybe a blanket on it. And then bring the roller a little bit more in. A little bit closer to your pelvis. Just feel how nice it is to get this part of your leg that we don't normally get. I don't even know what Cindy and Nick are doing. I just see legs moving around. I hope that that's going well. I hope you're happy. There you are. Nice. And if anyone doesn't know what the heck I'm doing, just pop on up and ask for help. But mostly I just want this to feel good. It's not like a major science thing. Nice. Good job. And then again, come into Sphinx pose. Clasp the mat with your hands, lift your chest, or walk your hands in front. So for me to do this seal pose, I just have to go kind of low, and I have to engage my pelvic floor. If I go too high, then it kind of pinches my back. But some people, it feels really good. So do what feels good to you. Nice. And then exhale, release. Good. Let's just take a quick down dog. So we can feel our legs, our right and our left, see how they feel. Press near your hands. Nice. And then we're going to move to the top part of our body. Okay, so just to check in with your shoulders and how they are, let's just sweep your arms up before you roll and see how kind of tight they are. Sweep them on down. And then let's roll your right hand. So if you don't have a ball, just massage your hands like this. Otherwise, I'm going to come up onto my knees because I can put more weight in my hand. And just same like what we did with our feet. Put pressure right in the center of your right hand. So put a lot of pressure in. So not just gently rolling, but pressing, massaging Think about how often we use our hands. And then work towards the outside edge where your thumb connects. Good, and then over by your finger pads, your second finger, your third finger, your fourth and your fifth. And then all the way to the right outside edge of your hand. Nice. Woo, my ball just went flying. And then see if you can work the ball in between your thumb and your second finger, your second and your third finger, third and your fourth, fourth and your fifth. Nice. Sit on up and just pull your right hand towards you, stretch your right forearm, lift your heart. Nice. Good job. And then just notice your right arm. My arm just is like so much more fluid than it just was. Good. And then left hand. So press into your left hand, put some weight in there. Nice. And just kind of put as much pressure as feels good to you. And then start to work the ball around your thumb pad, your finger pads. Nice. And then see if you can get the ball all the way to the left edge of your hand. Good. And then work the ball in between your pinky and your ring finger. And then middle finger, ring finger, creating space there. Second and middle finger. And then finger and thumb. Nice. And see if there's any spots that we missed. Just really kneading your hand. Good. Lift your heart. And then press your hands back. Get a nice stretch in your forearm. Excellent. Good. And then exhale, release. Let's just do some movement with our hands. Yeah, I like that, Teresa. Just shake it out. I like that. Just shake it out. Okay, and then we're gonna move into our neck and our shoulders and our arms. So take a ball, if you have one, and put it into right at the bottom part of your neck. And if you don't have a ball, Cindy, then just take your thumb and press it in there. Okay. So just press it in right where your head connects with your neck. And just roll it down. And so this is the this is where like the levator scapula is, and the scalenes. And this really the best way to get this part of your body is with a roller or therapy ball or tennis ball. Sometimes they say lacrosse ball. I don't think I can handle that. And then just work it down a little bit towards your shoulder blade. And then maybe more towards the very back of your neck. And just put as much pressure there as you would like. Nice. And then let's do the other side. So I'm hoping, Ilona, that you really like this and that this is helpful for you. I mean, I'm hoping it's helpful for everyone, but especially my neck people. So just put as much pressure there as appropriate for you. And work the ball from just below your ear towards the back of your head, or vice versa. And again, I don't think you can really go wrong here. Nice, but you don't want to stay for too long. And just see how your neck feels. Good. So it's a little bit better, but it needs some more love. So now we're going to take the ball right here. So kind of the ropey muscle right here. And you have the choice of laying on your mat and pressing in there or pressing up against a wall. So I'm going to just lay on my mat. So just take it just above, just below where you just were, kind of right where your scapula starts. And then you can put more pressure by lifting your hips and pressing into your feet. Or you can just roll from side to side there. And this is another spot. This is like the trapezius. A little bit, elevate your scapula. And this is really the best way to get this spot. And then let the ball come a little bit out to the right. So it's closer towards your outer shoulder blade. And then take your hand out and across. Out and across. Or you can be still, you can see what feels best for you, really. And then from here, you're just gonna slide your tush up so that the ball just goes right down. It falls along your scapula. So kind of walk yourself up the mat and just find another spot a little bit lower on the right side of your scapula. If you're on your right side, if you're on your left side, on the left side. I just always start on the right. And then again, you can move your arm across and work the ball in that way. You can kind of rock side to side. See what feels good to you. Breathe and just enjoy this release. And then finally, let the ball work all the way down to the bottom of your scapula. And again, you can take your hand across, or you can just rock right and left on the ball. You can lift your hips and get a little bit more pressure in there. And we don't stay in these spots for a long time because they're kind of sensitive. But this is just such a great way to release these muscles. Find one more spot here, maybe rolling the ball to the outer edge of the right side of your body. Nice. And then exhale, release. And we'll just switch to the left side. So we'll start right here on the left side. So lay down or sitting against the wall. I think laying down feels pretty good at night now. Find that spot just to the outside edge of the shoulder blade. And then again, either lift the hips to make the pressure more intense, or take your left arm across and over. Across and over. You can take it a diagonal if you like. You can just lay still. And then maybe find another spot close by. So bringing the ball a little bit more towards the outside edge of your left scapula. Rock from side to side, move your arm up and down or across. Maybe lift your hips. That's a little bit too intense for me. Nice. And then Roll yourself up so that the ball comes down more to the center of your body, at the bottom of your scapula. And just roll from side to side. And take your arm, move your arm like a conductor. And then I'm going to move the ball just a little bit lower because that was really intense for me right there. So just listen to your body, and if there's a spot that's super intense, then move the ball a little bit to another spot. You don't want to overdo it. Ooh, something just cracked. That was good. Nice. And then just bring the ball all the way down to your left side, just above your glute. Just rock your hips back and forth on the ball, just above your glute. Nice. And then switch sides. Nice. And then remove the ball. And let's just take your right ankle on top of your left knee. Pull your legs in using your legs, not your arms. And then just gently grab your shin or grab your around your left thigh. Feel how relaxed your shoulders and arms feel. Feel that nice release in your hips. Good. Send your left leg up towards the sky. Breathe. Let your whole body relax. And then bring your left foot to the mat, arms out to the side, take a twist over to the left. So your right foot will end up on the floor. Let your right knee press open a little bit. And just let your whole body relax into the stretch. Kind of notice how soft and at ease you feel. Nice, and then come back to center. Hug your knees in your chest. Bring your right foot to the mat, bring your left ankle on top of your right knee. And then pull your right knee in using your hip flexors. Grab behind your right thigh or your right shin. And just let your body feel easeful. No straining, no pushing. Take a deep, long inhale and a deep, long exhale. And then send your right leg up towards the sky. Flex your right toes. Nice. And then bring your right foot to the mat. Take your hands out to the side. Twist over to the right. Let your left foot melt into the ground. Let your left knee fall open a little. Relax your shoulders. Find a deep, slow breath. Nice. And then let's make our way onto our bellies for one more part of our body. So come back into that Sphinx pose. And I want you to take your left arm out to the side like we normally do, but put the roller or the ball like right in your armpit. Maybe bend your left elbow. So kind of press right into your armpit. Feel that nice release. And then work the ball down closer to your elbow. My ball keeps running away. Maybe take your arm up and down. Maybe you're on your side. Maybe that's easier. Okay, I figured it out. I'm on my belly and I'm bending my elbow and I'm just getting my tricep here. And then move the ball to the outside edge of your arm. And then more inside. Good. And then down onto your forearm. Nice. Turn your hand facing the sky at the top of your forearm. Nice. And then you're going to put the ball or the roller right on your pec. So laying down, just put the ball right on your pec muscle and kind of press into the muscle. So your pec minor and major and your serratus interior and your rhomboids are all kind of attached. So this all affects your posture if you're tight here. Maybe find another spot. Roll the ball around. Nice. And then we'll do the same thing on the other side. So I'll flip around this way so you can see me. Okay, so come into that Sphinx pose. And I'm going to say just bend your elbow and put the ball right. I'm going to just start right on my tricep and just roll on your tricep. And then let the ball go to the outside of your arm and tricep. To the inside. Notice that there's a lot of sensation here. I don't think we get this part of our body a lot either. Nice. And then work down onto your forearm. And I'm thinking this might help with like tennis elbow kind of stuff or I can't think of the word. My brain isn't working. But carpal tunnel. Thank you, brain. And then flip your hand facing up with the top of your forearm. So imagine like if you're a biker, you're gripping the mat really hard. It can help with that. It helps with all this texting and typing. Nice. And then let's take the ball into your armpit. And you might have to kind of press in there. If you have a roller, you might have a little bit better luck. And just create some space there. You'll notice it's pretty tight. Mine is anyway. So just put pressure on the ball right in your armpit, opening up that space. Don't strain your neck. Kind of rock from side to side. Good, and then put the ball of the roller right in your pec. So just decide how much pressure you want to put there. Find a couple of spots. Move to the outside, to the inside. Nice. And then exhale, release, and just bring your hands in front of you. Face on your hands. Just laying on your belly for a minute. Feeling total ease in your arms. And then take your right arm out to the side. Take your left hand next to your chest and just press that shoulder blade, your deltoid in open, and see how it feels after rolling there. Nice, come back to center. Take your left arm out to the side, and you can also bend it if that feels better. Press in your right hand, open that anterior delt, so the front of your shoulder blade. You can stack your right foot on top of your left, you can take it behind you. We're kind of focusing more on the shoulders, but nice. And then just make your way onto your back. And we're gonna do something called Yoga Nidra, which is focusing on different points in your body. So I want you to lay on your back, close your eyes, and you're gonna start to connect different parts of your body with the floor. So we're gonna outline your whole body, and we're gonna go nice and slow. So just take a moment to breathe and settle in. Feel all the spots on your body where you're connecting with the mat or the floor. And just breathe slowly, inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. And then imagine where your right toe, your right heel, your right knee is connecting with the mat. And let that area relax. And then your left toe, your left heel, your left knee, and let that area relax. And then imagine that your right toe, right heel, and right knee are connected with your left toe, your left heel and your left knee. And imagine both of those sides creating space, melting out to the side. And feel spacious and relaxed. And then imagine your right quad, your right hip, and your right glute. And relax. Left quad, left hip, left glute, and relax. And then imagine that whole region of the body is connected as one. Your right side melts to the right. Your left side melts to the left. And then just feel spacious and peaceful. And then working your way up to your middle back. Imagine your right outer rib, your left outer rib, your right armpit, your left armpit, and the back of your head connecting with the neck. And then imagine that your right side melts off to the side, your left side melts off to the side, and just feel spacious and peaceful. And then imagine your right thumb, your right elbow, your right shoulder. And relax. Your left thumb, your left elbow, your left shoulder. And relax. And then your heart center. And then your heart and both arms are connected, filled with loving kindness and spaciousness, your gratitude and love and peace and joy and kindness. Let both sides melt off to the side and create space for your heart center. And then your right by your right ear and your left ear, and the back of your head. Your right eye, your left eye, your right cheek and your left cheek, and your mouth are all connected. Imagine that the right side of your face melts off to the right, the left side of your face melts off to the left. And create space for peace and serenity, calm, and relaxation. And then just stay with your breath, feeling spacious, feeling connected, feeling calm. On your next exhale, gently roll to one side, hugging your knees to your chest. Sealing in this peaceful calm and letting it carry you through the evening. And then gently making your way up to a comfortable seated position. And bringing your hands to your heart. Thank you all so much for coming and taking